Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your 2020 forecast, okay? So, general theme, new love, being powerful again and discerning, and learning to love and to enjoy love. If you want to know more, you need to stick around, okay? I'm going to introduce how I lay out the cards, but if you want to get straight to the general introduction or each particular month, click on the timestamp in the pinned comment below, okay? So essentially, I'm going to pick 3 cards for your general theme. Sometimes I do a bit extra for the theme. And then for each month, I say what's happening on the surface with my Tarot of the Cat deck. I say what's happening beneath the surface with my Thoth deck, okay? And then I have an advice card from my wonderful Mystic Mondays deck, all right? So I also add in a little bit of sprinkling of astrology, okay? So first off, your main theme for 2020 is, look, we have a rebirth of love, but I asked this for a clarification card from the 8 of Cups. Okay, so disappointment, walking away, giving up hope, right? There's always a little bit of hope. We've got that cup that's up, right? But it's actually because that you are walking away from this situation and moving on to brighter days, okay? It's because why you have this new inspired rebirth with the Ace, okay? New start, love, bliss, joy, emotional fulfillment, okay? Sometimes you have to give up and walk away from a situation to have the birth of something new. And that is your main theme of what's happening on the surface for you for 2020, okay? And what's happening beneath the surface. Oh, and by the way, the cups are most likely you, but it could, I mean, it is, but there could also be another Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer influence. For the main theme for 2020, what's happening beneath the surface for you, we have got the 4 of Discs, okay? Possible Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. Power, you are going to learn to be powerful, to be discerning, be very particular with who and what situations you allow into your life and out of your life, okay? Sometimes we let people into our lives or allow ourselves into particular situations without really thinking, is this what's really in my best interest? So what's mainly happening for you under the surface is you are going to be very particular now with who you allow into your life and the situations that you allow yourself to stay in from. You're more likely to be like, nah, screw this, walk away if it's not serving you, okay? So you're less concerned about what other people think. I mean, it's always good to care about what other people think, but if they don't have your best interest at heart, then it's not. You really ultimately need to put yourself first and only allow people in your life that make you feel bliss and joy, okay? Now, this is your main advice card for 2020. We have got the 2 of Cups, okay? So yes, you have to walk away from you are walking away from a situation that is going to allow for a rebirth emotionally, being able to love, to give and to receive love, okay? Super important. The 2 of Cups is telling you that yes, if you are in a relationship, it will eventually be very positive and emotionally fulfilling with someone who is complementary to you, okay? Where there is no power struggle, you both give and you receive, okay? This could be romantic, it could be a friendship, it could be a family member. But I mean, it's because, just remember that you will find that love, you will find that connection. This could also be a twin flame. So you need to remain focused on that because it is in your future. I don't necessarily 100% see it for 2020. Remember, these are general readings, but what I do see is that you need to stay focused, that you will find this connection, you will find this love, you will find this deep emotional bond with another person, okay? And 2020 is completely preparing you for that. Now, what I see happening in January, on the 12th of January, Saturn is conjunct with Pluto in Capricorn. So it's a good time to start increasing your efficiency in regards to work, okay? Also in January, on the 10th, there is a moon eclipse in Cancer. So there might be a bit of tension with a friend or a lover or a family member. Now, what I see happening on the surface for you with the cards in January, on the surface, we've got the 7 of Cups. This is likely you or possibly another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, okay? This is delusion, this is illusion, this is like, look, sometimes it is great to have an imagination, but sometimes imagination can be so unattached from reality that there's no tangible way of getting there, okay? So you might have a dream, you might have a vision, but you really do need to think, is it actually realistic, at least at at this point in your life. And if you look beneath the surface, we've got the Devil card, okay? Things might seem much more better than they are underneath the surface. I mean, do you really feel comfortable with this decision? Are you riddled inside with fear and doubt, and you're trying to positively focus so much and kind of ignore the negative emotion that is actually your intuition saying that this isn't really a good idea, that maybe you should be avoiding this, okay? I mean, yes, it's a good time to be focusing on your future, but you also need to be realistic. Is this what you want to focus on? Is this actually something, whatever you're focused on, whatever it is that you want and desire, is it actually realistic, or is it a false dream? Is it false hope? Is it delusional? Okay. Your advice card for January. Oh, by the way, the Devil could also be a Capricorn influence. Okay. What your advice card is for January, we've got the Princess of Swords. Okay. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, influence possibly. What the Princess of Swords is telling you to do is, look, you've got these dreams, you've got these visions, okay? The Princess of Swords is telling you to look at this realistically, okay? Ask questions, inquire, research, be an investigator, okay? You know, really step back and think about things logically, but you really want to put on your detective hat and actually properly research this from an objective point of view. Yes, this might be something you want, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But you need to actually like research it properly and think about it clearly. Go around, ask questions as well. Have conversations with people, okay? So that is your advice card for January. Okay, in February, on the 9th of the month, there is a supermoon, so a super intense lunar eclipse in Leo. So there might be some big changes, letting go of the past, and you might need to catch up on your rest. What I see happening on the surface for you with the cards in February, we have got the Four of Cups, okay? So, I mean, it's likely you, but possibly another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer influence, okay? And you know what? It totally matches up with your theme. Disappointment, giving up, walking away, for there to be a new opportunity. Remember, in this one, there's the upright cup, okay? So there's always hope, right? And here, again, this woman, you know, she's tried so hard. She's tried to accomplish with things that are emotionally fulfilling, right? And maybe in, you know, your card from January, you know, you really wanted that, okay? But I don't think it's really going to pan out in February. And in February, you're really realizing that, okay? And you might think like, why have I tried so hard? You know, I'm this particular age, or I've done this, or I've spent so much money on this, or I've put so much time into this. Like, and you might feel like a little bit lost. And like, what's the point of it? And like super disappointed, okay? But look at that upright cup. The biggest one is still upright. There is always hope, okay? And sometimes things don't work out because they're not meant to work out. And look, that upright cup is actually this Ace of Cups, your main theme, that opportunity, okay? Sometimes certain things need to be taken away from you to clear away the old and make way for the new opportunity, okay? And you know what? Even though you're going to feel like, you know what, this sucks. This is a horrible feeling. I don't want to go through this. I'm given up. Okay, you're going to feel that way. But ultimately, you know, you've manifested this, right? And it's actually for a good reason, okay? You've created this new opportunity. And look at this. This is your advice card. We've got the Ace of Cups. Again, one of your main themes for 2020, okay? This needed to be cleared away, okay? So that you could create a new opportunity that is actually more fresh, more emotionally fulfilling, okay? So let that baggage fall away. You've manifested a new opportunity. Sometimes when we feel like things go wrong, okay? When things don't work out the way that we want them to, we feel like we've actually taken a step back. But really, what we thought we wanted, what we thought would give us emotional fulfillment, okay, actually wasn't going to, because we actually deserve better, and the universe, source, spirit wants the absolute best for us, okay? So that's why these things that seem like they're great are wiped away, okay, to create that new opportunity for something that's even better, okay? Something that's even better. Okay, and it might be a relationship, but that's because if it is a relationship that's ending in January and February, it's to actually help line you up with this new opportunity for a real positive connection, okay? or if you are with someone and things are going difficult, you know, it's baptism by fire. You know, even psychologists say that like partners who argue that they're actually more likely to be in a long-term relationship because they are actually making an effort to communicate, and they actually improve for the most part. They actually improve, and they learn about each other, and they learn how to, you know, be complementary, so you can be different and still complement one another and be just like this perfect fit, like a puzzle piece, okay? So it's actually the differences within us that help us have that wonderful connection, okay, and help sustain and feed one another. So what I'm trying to say, look, January and February, it seems like it's gonna suck, and it will suck, but it's actually creating a new opportunity for you to have a better life when it comes to love. Now, in March, on the 22nd, Saturn goes in Aquarius. You're really gonna wanna start organizing for your future, clarifying goals. And then on the 9th of March also, there's a super moon, so super intense lunar eclipse in Virgo. You're really gonna need to learn how to manage any drama, power struggles, gossip. There might be some changes to your social life. You might really want to rest and recuperate a lot, okay? What's happening on the surface in March? We've got the Knight of Pentacles, possible Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, okay? You know, you are, this is your main theme here, the Four of Discs or Pentacles. You are feeling your power. You are grounding yourself, okay? And I feel like in March, you're going to be moving forward in that direction. So the energy that you have, or the energy of someone around you that's super feeding off onto you in a really positive way, is being determined, being dependable, having a goal, and just figuring out how to actually tangibly reach it step by step. Okay, so in January, you know, you had these dreams, but they were a little bit fantasy based, okay? By the time you get around to March, you know, you're actually like being more realistic, okay? And you know what you want, and you know how to get there. Very, very practical. What's happening beneath the surface in March is we have got the Princess of Swords, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, okay? But you're also learning your power and your strength. This might be a bit of a difficult change for you in direction. There are new things that you're going to be experiencing coming your way, but you're just able to really use this. You know, this was in January, you had the Princess of Swords as well. So just keep your head clear, stay as objective as possible, and just, you know, you might be adjusting to a new frame of mind, a new way of thinking. Just stay as objective as possible, okay? And just deal with whatever comes your way, and just keep this steady pace forward. Now, your advice card for March, and this is one of the best cards in the deck, so I'm super impressed. We have got the Star. So whatever's happened at this point, especially in March, oh, by the way, the Star can also be an Aquarius influence, but the Star is telling you that this is fate, that this is written in the stars, that this is a rebirth, okay? This is inspiration, to always have hope, to never give up, and just illumination, light within the dark, okay? And stars shine the brightest, the darker the background, okay? So yes, you may have gone through ups and downs in life, but just keep that positive energy, keep the hope, keep the inspiration, okay? And you will shine so bright. And this is just really, really positive omen. You also might have some good luck. It also might be a good time to make a wish upon a star, okay? And also you might want to check your astrological forecast for March as well, based on your star sign. Now, in April, we still have Saturn and Aquarius, organizing for your future and your goals. On the 8th of April, we've got a supermoon in Libra, so there might be some old baggage stirred up in regards to home, family, boundaries. It's never too late to create that comfortable home that you want, okay? Now, what I see in the cards, on the surface for April, we have got the Page of Pentacles, okay? Possible Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, all right? So, you know, you had in March the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Right? And this was more like moving forward, action oriented, okay, in March. In April, with the Page of Pentacles, you're sitting down, you're doing a lot more research, study, maybe improving a particular skill, okay? But it's just a really nice, like, at home, feeling really like you're really enjoying what you're learning as well, okay? And you're very good at it. And this is gonna help bring you money in the future, okay? And it's totally gonna help you find that stability, that power, that strength. Now, what you're feeling beneath the surface for April, we have got the Tower, okay? Are you the type of person that even when you feel like everything's falling apart, that you are, you can keep that calm demeanor, okay? Because I definitely kind of see that for you. Now, I think what this is, you've picked a new path. You were trying for one particular direction with the cups, okay? And it didn't really work out the way that you wanted it to, okay? In March, you're picking a new path with the Pentacles, okay? Right? You're researching more about this new path. You still might be letting go of this old path that you were doing, this old direction that you were going in life. But to be honest, like, it wasn't serving you. You needed to walk away, okay? So that you could have this new opportunity, all right? So yes, you're researching on the surface, and maybe when people ask you how are things going, you say yes, but deep down you're like, oh my gosh, you feel like completely shaken up because it feels like that this was so unexpected. You were so determined, this is gonna work out, this is the way that it's gonna be, and then suddenly, nope, completely taken away. The rug was just pulled out from underneath you, okay? Now in April, your advice is the 6 of Cups, okay? This is likely you, but it could also be another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer influence, okay? The 6 of Cups is telling you maybe just like do those familiar things that made you feel comfortable from home, because look, you are going to be working hard in April and learning a lot, right? But you are going to be feeling this way, okay? So what's going to make you feel stable? Was there a certain song that you really liked from childhood? Was there a certain dish that you loved to eat? Or like, did you like strawberry flavored milk? Do those things that made you feel happy when you were a child. Have a bubble bath, like, you know what I mean? You really need to treat your inner child, okay? And give yourself comfort during April, because that loss of stability, the loss of feeling grounded, okay? The way that you can really ground yourself again is by giving yourself that emotional fulfillment of things that, maybe when you were a kid, okay? So what did you do when you were a kid that maybe you don't do so much anymore? Did you sing? Did you dance? Like, maybe reach out to like a childhood friend, or did you go to a particular place for a holiday? Like, really get in touch with your inner child. You need to actually like ask your inner child, okay, I'm gonna tell you about it. This is what you do for April. You put your hands on your heart and you ask your heart, like, what would my beautiful inner child or inner children, well, what would you like? And the first thing that comes to your head, you have to do it. Now, I did this before with one of my friends, and she was like, I heard singing. My inner child told me to sing. And I was like, okay, well, let's sing a song. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. She's a Taurus, so a bit stubborn. And I really had to make her like sing a song, but then she felt like really, really good after. So even if it sounds silly, even if your adult self is saying like, no, that's silly, that's immature, you have to do it, because if you ask your inner child, like, what do you want that will make you feel better, that will make you feel loved, and it tells you that, and then you reject it, you're really rejecting your inner child. And you don't want to do that. You need to make your inner child feel loved. That's what you have to do in April, okay? Anyways, and you can do it anytime, but you have to do it in April. Well, you don't have to, but I strongly recommend that you do. Okay, in May, Saturn is still in Aquarius, still focusing on your future and your goals. On the 13th of May, Venus goes retrograde in Gemini. So there might be a bit of difficulty in relationships, whether they're romantic or friendship or family. And on the 7th of May, there is a supermoon in Scorpio. You're really going to need to intellectually handle your emotions. I'm not saying to suppress your emotions, but you might want to journal or whatever it is to actually let those emotions out so they don't just like burst forth in situations that make it a not very good situation, okay? Now, what I see happening on the surface for you in May, we've got the Knight of Wands, possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence, okay? So you also have, like in March, you've got a Knight, and so you definitely have that, moving forward, advancing energy. Sometimes this can be physical movement or travel, okay? But essentially it's like a new direction. I think it really seems like you're trying a lot of new things, a lot of new directions in life, okay? You've let go of the old and you are moving forward. It's like you really want to find out what's working for you, okay? Use your intuition follow your gut instinct. That is, and like figure things out. Anything where there's ignorance, like learn about it, get awareness in that area, okay? That's, and move forward, okay? It's might be a new area, new territory, might make you feel uncomfortable, okay? But you are exploring new lands. This might be literal or metaphorical or both, okay? So that's what I see happening for you in May. Now, beneath the surface in May, we have got the 5 of Swords, okay? Possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence. But even though, you know, you're moving forward, new territory, you might feel like you are a failure, or you might feel like you want to give up. Or you might feel like real stress. There might be some opposition with situations or with people, okay? Excuse me. But, you know, you are moving forward, and I think that's really amazing that even though you feel negative emotion, you're still positively moving forward in a very positive and strong way, okay? And I think, you know, you are going to really improve your power this year, and it's because even sometimes when you have that fear, you have that doubt, you keep moving forward so that you can have a positive future, even if that means exploring the unknown, okay? So for May, your advice card is the 4 of Pentacles, okay? Possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, all right? And remember, we also have the 4 of Discs, or the 4 of Pentacles is your main theme as well. In this deck, the 4 of Pentacles is telling you to be conservative, to be careful, to be methodical, to save money. You might want to invest. This is not a time to spend on, you know, willy-nilly things, okay? So do not go on spending sprees, even if you like feel this way deep down, okay? And just to be conservative and to be careful and to be thoughtful. In June, Saturn's still in Aquarius, still focusing on your future, clarifying your goals. On the 25th of June, Venus is finishing its retrograde in Gemini, so the difficult times with relationships should improve, hopefully by the end of the month, or at least by the beginning of July, okay? On the 5th of June, there's a moon eclipse in Sagittarius, okay? So there might also be some upheaval within your own life, within people around you, and also potentially in the world, okay? There might be wars, there might be calamities, there might be natural disasters, for example, all right? And okay, and then you also might hear of that situation through like a friend or a friend of a friend. Now, on the 21st of June, there is an annular solar eclipse in Cancer. So anything from the past, especially like with connection to the divine and spirituality, is going to come up to deal with it. There might potentially be a major life event or a bit of a disruption. Just remember, even when those difficult things come up, they're always there. It's just that you're ready and you're mature to be able to deal with it, okay? So just because certain negative things come up that you don't maybe like dealing with it, it's actually a good sign, because you've grown enough spiritually to be ready for it, to be ready to deal with it, okay? Everyone has so much baggage and drama from the past, right? We can't deal with it all at once. We're only human, okay? And when we do deal all of that and we're the perfect person, then we die because we're done our time on this planet, okay? So literally anyone that's alive, no one's perfect, okay? So anyways, what I see happening for you on the surface in June, we've got the Queen of Cups, all right? So most likely you, but it could be another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer influence. So I think that you're really like learning to love again. Remember, Ace of Cups, and it's like you're getting ready for this relationship, okay? The Queen of Cups is like, in my opinion, the ideal mom, all right? She's really kind, she's really nurturing, she loves to love. She doesn't love just anyone, but she does have like such a beautiful, such a genuine heart. And I feel like you've matured enough that you're ready to actually properly offer your love to someone, or maybe someone is ready to offer their love to you. But I feel like for most of you, it's the former. You're ready to love, okay? What is happening beneath the surface for June? It's not like it was easy to get here, okay? You went through a lot of pain. You went through a lot of sorrow, okay? So Swords, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, okay? It took a lot of like difficult times, disappointment, pain, betrayal, possibly arguing in previous relationships or in relationships in June, okay? the noticing of negative patterns of behavior from the past, okay? It took all of that drama, all of that suffering, all of that pain to actually get to here, to be ready for mature love, okay? So yes, there has been pain, there's been suffering, maybe even before you were betrayed or like cheated on sometimes. But it's because of all of that you now are actually ready to love, okay? If it didn't happen, you wouldn't be ready to love. So be thankful for all the ups and downs. I know it's hard, but they are what help build our strength of character and make us ready to love, okay? Now, what your advice card is for June is we have got the Three of Pentacles, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. And the Three of Pentacles is just telling you that, you know, to continue to work hard, and also you might want to find a team of people to help you accomplish your goals. So even in June, you know, you're ready to love, you've been through a lot of difficult emotional times, you should focus on your work, focus on your goals, and maybe try and collaborate with a group of people, okay? Because yes, you've got amazing talents and skills, okay, but you're not perfect, no one is. And so you need to find other people that like complement your skill set so that you can really improve when it comes to work. All right. Now, in July, on the 1st of July, Saturn is no longer in Aquarius, and on the 5th of July, there is a moon eclipse in Capricorn. There may be an emotional release, and intense relationship issues, and you might want to find that emotional balance and focus on yourself and self-love, and I definitely see that happening. So what's on the surface in the cards for July, we have got Temperance, okay? So Temperance is possibly a Sagittarius influence, but you are feeling things out. I think honestly, like in June, you had the Queen of Cups, right? So you're feeling this like new, refreshing type of emotional release, this emotional balance, okay? Temperance is telling you to feel things out, to go with your intuition, to be moderate, be careful you don't drink too much, don't go out partying at this time, okay? And also, like, you've got this new inspired energy, right? And I think you are able to combine that with previous energies. So it really is like a mixing, a blending of efforts. It's kind of like having this delicious dish and you have, you know, discovered this one new flavor, and when you add it, it's just like perfect and it's so delicious, okay? So it's kind of like this new information, you're integrating it into your life, and it's actually really going to help you out and be successful in the future, okay? And I really think for a lot of you, this has to do with love, because this is what's happening beneath the surface. In July, we've got the Princess of Cups. And remember, in June, on the surface, we had the Queen of Cups, okay? And yeah, like Ace of Cups too is your main theme, one of your main themes, right? So what's happening beneath the surface in July is that this new information that you're integrating, okay? These things that maybe formerly seemed opposed, you're now able to just kind of balance them and blend them. I think beneath the surface, you're really learning to love, to receive love, to go with the flow, okay? When it comes to love, when it comes to emotion, to follow your intuition, to be vulnerable, to receive compliments, to receive appreciation, and also just to really bringing out that sweet, kind, considerate, loving, adorable side of you, okay? What I see happening what your advice card is for July is the Sun. Everything's good. Celebrate this month, okay? Go have reckless abandon, you know? Just joy and get a suntan. Maybe go to a tropical part of the world, or just like really enjoy that sunshine. There's lots of growth. There's lots of prosperity. There's lots of good feelings. Enjoy the pleasures of life, okay? So I think that will be super healing for you in July. Now, I don't see any major astrological activity happening in August, but what I see with the cards is on the surface, we have got the King of Wands. Okay, possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. This could be you, it could be someone else, okay? I feel like for a lot of you, you might be like switching up this new direction in your life, because like in May on the surface we had the Knight of Wands, okay? So I think that you might be going in a new direction with this new information that you really found balance with Temperance in July, okay? But with the King of Wands, you know, it could be you, it could be someone else, okay? But essentially, it's a super like ideal dad. It's the type of dad who genuinely, or husband, okay, or older brother, but like it's a super positive, usually the same age or at least more mature than you if they're younger, but generally older masculine energy, okay? Someone who really sticks up for the little guy, someone who, if they see someone being bullied, they'll step in. They're super protective and assertive, but kind, caring, generous, and just super in touch with their spiritual energy, all right? So super positive energy to have in August, okay? And you know what's happening beneath the surface? In August, we have got art, okay? In July, we had temperance on the surface. These are the same, okay? So this balancing, this moderation that happened in July for you, okay? You've totally like taken that in for August, all right? You've combined two what seem to be oppositional forces. Potentially, you've actually found out that they're complementary, okay? You're finding new balance. You're finding, that you don't have to reject something completely. You can take in many different bits of information and see how they flow together, okay? And your advice for August is the Wheel of Fortune. So because it's surrounded by other positive cards in August, right, you might just remember to think positive, okay? That everything happens for a reason, that, things are going really well in August, and this is your fate, this is your destiny, this is karma, and also it can sometimes be a little bit of an inheritance, but everything that you want, you will get. You just need to stay focused positively, and this could also be completing a particular contract, a super positive contract that you decided on before you were born. All right. In August, on the 9th of September, Mars goes retrograde in Aries. So you really need to make sure that you are continuing to work out, because you're going to feel lazy pretty much up until the 14th of November. You need to be going outside and getting your exercise. Now, what I see happening on the surface in September, we have got the Hanged Man, okay? So you are going to feel stuck. You are going to feel maybe like you're put in a situation or stuck in the situation where you're helpless. You can't do anything, okay? It's like a complete stagnation. You might feel a bit isolated and alone, okay? Like things aren't going anywhere, okay? And what's happening beneath the surface is we've got the Five of Cups, okay? Disappointment. And I know that like you were disappointed and you had to walk away. You're going to have to walk away from a situation, this year, and it sucks, right? But this wasn't serving you, right? Also, the cups might be you or another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer influence, okay? You're gonna feel stuck. Maybe you'll feel like maybe you feel like you're gonna be stuck in this feeling forever, but that's not necessarily true, because your advice for September is justice. This could also be a Libra influence. Things, even though you feel like maybe you're stuck in an unfair situation, it might not have anything to do directly with love or romantic relationships. It could be something that's really emotionally upsetting, okay? Maybe you were betrayed, or maybe just things didn't pan out the way that you wanted them to, okay? That you were really emotionally invested in, all right? And you feel stuck, you feel like you're being unfairly treated, but this card is telling you that for September, just do your best to think objectively, that things will turn out fairly. If this is a legal matter, okay, things will turn out justly in the end, okay? It will turn out fair for you, okay? Favorable in a fair way. You need to remember that there will be this balance. You will not be stuck here forever, but you are just gonna have to kind of tough it out and wait for the law or for whatever type of decision needs to be made. It will be made and it will be favorable, okay? And you're just going to absolutely soar in October, okay? But before I tell you what's happening with the cards in October, just remember Mars is still in retrograde, so please get out and get your exercise. There is a blue moon on the 31st of October in Taurus. There might be some hard conversations and confronting issues. Remember not to allow yourself to get carried away with distractions, to focus on your goal. And I totally see you doing that, because in October we have got the Magician, all right? And it's surrounded by positive cards, so it's super positive. You are creating your reality. You are empowered. You are using your skill, your cunning, okay? to actually get whatever you want so that you can accomplish whatever task you want to in any aspect of your life, okay? And you absolutely deserve that. You are backed by this amazing energy that's happening under the surface. We've got the Eight of Wands, swiftness, okay? So possible fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence, okay? This energy, like you're going to be able to start creating and manifesting things that you want like super fast. It is insanely fast, okay? It's probably going to surprise you, this just boom energy, especially after, you know, this energy in September, right? Not much happening, stagnation, waiting around, and then boom, you're creating what you want, okay? In many aspects of your life, you've got this just powerful force. It's like go, 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 go. It's like an endless supply of energy. It's amazing, all right? But sometimes this energy can be like a little bit disorienting, and you're like, oh, I want to do this and this and this and this and this, right? So many directions of your life. Your advice for October is the Three of Wands. Pick a direction. Think about the long-term plan. Think about how you're going to get there step by step. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence possibly, okay? So instead of going in loads of different directions, because you're going to have an intense amount of energy, right? Think about what you want to manifest in one particular direction, and think about the long-term goals and how you're going to get there, okay? In November, on the 14th of November, the Mars retrograde in Aries ends, so you probably will maybe start exercising a bit more, I hope so. Also, okay, that's the major astrological activity. So what I see happening on the surface in November is we have got the Nine of Wands. Again, possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. You've got so many wands at the end of this year, it's insane. You are going to be moving forward with a particular goal. Maybe you got an idea from this person in August what you wanted to do. Okay, maybe you started with it in May, right? But in November, you are moving forward with this, okay? I think you're also expecting for it to be difficult, and it might be. Be careful about, you know, who you trust, right? Watch your back. I'm not saying that any of that will happen. You can most likely avoid everything if you're just aware of your situation, aware of where you're going, aware of your surroundings and who you're talking to and who's giving you advice, and just who might be, you know, just be aware of your surroundings and everything will go fine. The thing is, you might be worried a little bit too much, but I shouldn't say too much, because whenever anyone worries, it's always for a good reason, okay? So, but you are super worried. Underneath the surface, we've got the Five of Discs, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, okay? I feel like you might be super stressed out. You might not really be trusting in the universe about, and that's because of like past disappointment, okay? You might be worried about like a potential loss of money, a potential loss of stability, or a contract or house or a job or something like that, okay? Just, you know, your advice is to think about, instead of stressing about these things, which, well, you are going to stress about them, but just do your best to focus on this Eight of Cups energy. That's your advice for November, all right? Possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, okay? Think about what makes you feel emotionally fulfilled, all right? So one of your main themes for the year is the Eight of Cups. In this deck, it's walking away. Okay? In this deck, when it comes to your advice card, means you really need to think about deeply, contemplate, what do you want to do? What direction in your life do you want to go that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled, emotionally happy, okay? It's not all about status. It's not all about money. It's not all about material wealth. This card is making you think, what makes you feel emotionally fulfilled, okay? Because at the end of the day, you can have all of those first things that I listed, but if you don't feel emotionally fulfilled, if you don't feel like the direction of your life and your purpose here, if there really is a deeper purpose and you're not fulfilling it right, you're not going to be satisfied, okay? So if you're to be satisfied, you need to think about what is going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled. So you need to deeply reflect on that in November, okay? In December, on the 17th, Saturn is back in Aquarius. So you really want to, again, start organizing for your future, clarifying for your goals. On the 19th of December, Jupiter is in Aquarius, okay? and you are just really need to focus on your future orientation to make sure it's going in a positive way. And that makes sense because that was your advice card for the month before in November. And on the 14th of December, there is a total solar eclipse in Sagittarius. So there might be, again, a focus on relationships, okay? And communication should be good again when it comes to relationships, whether it's friends or romantic. And there might also be a major life event, okay? And I definitely kind of see that. And you might want to travel. This is what I see in the cards, however. December. What's happening on the surface? 5 of Swords, okay? So swords might possibly be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, okay? But this is someone who, you know, they've accomplished a lot, okay? But they are maybe kind of stuck in their old ways a little bit. This could be you, this could be someone else, okay? They are maybe a little bit stubborn and refusing to listen and maybe kind of regressing into past kind of controlling behaviors, all right? Now, I feel like for most of you that this is going to be you, okay? But it could be like it's not so much negative if it's someone else, right? It's just like this person, if this is you, you don't really trust completely in the universe that it has your back. So you feel like you really have to kind of be a bit controlling. But by doing that, you're actually creating your own prison of your mind, okay? This is the way that things are. This is the way that things need to be. It needs to go like this, right? That's kind of like a trap. It's kind of like a self-made prison. If this is someone else, it's because, and they're kind of doing this to you, being a bit controlling, it's because they genuinely want what's best for you. They just may not trust you so much to know what's best for you, okay? But I feel like for most of you, this is you, okay? But so you might be feeling a little bit stuck. But that pressure, okay, that feeling of stuck, you're totally going to break through that because this is what's happening beneath the surface in December. We've got the Ace of Swords, okay? You know, yes, on the surface, you're feeling stuck, but actually beneath the surface, you are embracing a new way of thinking, a new ideology, okay? So even though you're going to feel maybe a bit stressed, a bit controlling, a bit of a micromanager, it's actually a good thing because it's helping lead to this new way of thinking, this new clarity of thought, this new, oh, I never looked at it like that, and a new possible direction in your life, okay? Because you've got a good amount of aces this year. So I really do see a lot of positive new starts. Yes, they come through difficult experiences often, but you know, you cannot have the good without the bad, okay? But there's a lot of good. There's a lot of new starts. This is your advice card for December. The 10 of Wands, okay? Yes, you're gonna feel like you might wanna be a bit controlling about certain things, but you know, new way of thinking because of that, so it's a good thing. You have to focus on your work. You have duties, you have obligations, okay? You might be a little bit stressed, but you're just gonna have to go with it, okay? And the 10 of Wands is also telling you that it is okay to ask other people for help. You should not be bearing this load on your own, okay? It's too much for one person. Freaking just like, let your ego relax a little bit and tell other people you need help. And there are people around you that want to help you. You just need to ask them. You need to let them know, okay? So yeah, you shouldn't have to do all this on your alone. So don't expect yourself, okay? And this might be a lot of work, right, in December. Okay, so just to kind of put together what the main theme is again, walking away from the old for a new start, emotional fulfillment, getting your power, getting your strength, also positive money-wise, your place on this earth. You will find love, okay? Not necessarily this year, but you are preparing yourself. So you need to stay focused. You will find that partner. You will find that relationship. You will have deep connections, deep friendships that are emotionally fulfilling and satisfying, okay? So I hope that was helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Comment below. Did the reading resonate with you? What did you think? And I love reading your comments so much. If you want a private reading, you're more than welcome to send me an email at contact@sinceretarot.co.uk. And oh my god, I'm so tired right now. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have links to other videos at the end of this video, so you can click on monthly readings, mid-monthly. I do weekly pick-a-cards, okay? And I hope you loved it. Have a great 2020, Scorpio. Bye!